What?
I always lose.
Alright, welcome everybody to the Squeaky Cast episode 4. The return after like a month hiatus because everybody's schedule is kind of off. People are going back to school.
Fuck school.
And all that kind of stuff. So, we're here today. I'm joined by Frosty.
Yes.
Got Major Lag is back.
Sup, playas.
We got Underdog here.
I lost my AIDS.
And then we have T-Cut. I think it's T-Cut's first time on here.
Yeah. Meow.
And then Coda is also here. He's lurking in the background somewhere.
No, we don't need to hear him.
Roar, a bear. That was
What?
that was Coda. Sorry.
Is that what he said? Oh, I didn't even hear him. Alright, so we have a few topics today to catch up on. Wait, what were you going to say?
Don't worry about it.
I thought he was a wolf, not a bear. I'm confused.
He's both. He can be whatever he wants
forest
to be.
scum.
Forest scum? Is that like...
It's like Swamp Thing's little cousin.
It's a sidekick. Alright, so we have a few topics today. Nintendo Switch. We're going to be talking about an article that, the hell is his name? Bacon Donut wrote about Twitch and popularity and making it on there. We're going to hit a topic that we didn't hit a few weeks ago about upcoming movies 2017 that we really want to see. And what the hell else was on there? The Thimble. How about you talk about that, Major Lag, since that's your...
Well, I just wanted to give an in memoriam, just take a second out, this week to remember the Thimble. It served valiantly for Monopoly all these years, but...
It's still in the game.
They put it up to a popular vote, and, unfortunately, the Thimble is going to be not in the next edition of Monopoly proper, so I just wanted to, give it a shout-out, say it was never my favorite piece. I was always partial to the hat, but... There it is.
Rip in peace.
Gameplay recording resumed because you exited the block scene.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're all Monopoly fans here, so I thought,
Are we?
I think so. I mean, I never played a lot of the board game,
Relatively.
but the PlayStation game, right? We've all recently
Underdog's
forayed
fucking
into.
Death Row. I don't like the game anymore. I uninstalled it.
Death Row.
I'll 1v1 anybody.
No,
No,
But real
my mom
quick-
would always use the thimble, so that's kind of depressing on my end.
Well, there you go. That's what I want to know. What are people's
Right.
main piece?
I need to Google
Mine
this.
was the battleship.
my
Dog.
Wheelbarrow.
I
I
always
think
like,
was usually one. The
I
dog.
always like the hat, but I took the cat as a backup. And sometimes I
Cat
use
or
both the cat
dog?
and the hat, and I put the cat in the hat.
The Mike Myers, we call it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I used to use the battleship a lot, or the cat thing, or the
Battleship. Wait, I forgot
No,
that was even a
wheelbarrows. Where is
piece.
it? Yeah, it is.
Battleship's an underrated one.
I don't remember
Dude,
that.
wheelbarrow's the best one because you can carry around your houses.
Or the car. That's right. Use the car. Oh god, there's a lot of pieces. What the hell?
I actually have a... Never mind, I'm not going to say it because I'm going to get made fun of if I do.
What, the horse?
That's it.
No, I have an actual, like, Monopoly board game. Like, it's on my shelf, but it's a... it's a New York Jets edition. So it always
Ooh.
loses. I always lose on
Ew.
it. I always
Ew.
lose.
What are the pieces? Butt fumble?
It's like...
Is
it's
that a
like...
piece?
There's like footballs and like I think a Jets logo is one of them, but it's not worth much anymore. And like
Wait, it was worth. It used to be worth
instead of
anything.
Boardwalk, it's like Joe Namath. You can buy him or something. And
Oh no!
It was
They're
worth
so bad to
anything.
have
What are you
these,
doing?
like-
Trafficking the players?
You can buy the butt fumble.
It's
or
Chad
the-
Pennington is one of the.
They don't
one of the
have
cards.
anyone on the current roster. It's all legendary players.
Oh,
The butt
shit.
fumbles go to jail.
The Buffalo is the railroads.
I could definitely see Joe Namath wearing that coat that he wore to the Super Bowl a few years ago. That fur coat being
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Moneybags.
That's the Swagney skin for Smite.
He's a swag man. So yeah, that's all. I just wanted to bring it up real quick. Give it a shout out to the Thimble. Rest in peace. Enjoy the rest of your life.
Well, it is kind of it's a thing that people don't use anymore. Because
That's true.
all sewing is automated now, so
Is that piece gonna be like a?
it's gonna be replaced by like a VR headset.
Is gonna be like really valuable in a few years, like the thimble
Ooh.
piece. The long
The
lost Thimble.
collector's item.
Just sell a piece from a
Bring
board
it
game
to
for
a
like $200.
I see you brought a thimble here. Yeah. It's made out of plastic. Yeah.
No, you see, this is a marketing strategy. In a few years, they're going to release the Monopoly Classic Edition for like $70, and
Ooh.
then
I could see that. I could see
you'll
that.
have the
And then you can add the thimble for another like 20.
exactly.
Yeah, I want to see
DLC.
physical board games start having season passes. So it's like, you pre-order the board
Oh,
game
God.
and it comes with
You
the
get just the board.
Thimble.
They mail you a trans
Oh
card
shit!
every
I'm not
month.
paying attention. Ah. You got thrown out at first. It's okay.
So yeah, I think we gave it its due. I just want to make sure we touched on that classic old Thimble. Rip.
Thimble the symbol. Alright.
Oh joy, Kodo won a single squeak.
Hold on, I'm hitting a double here. I'm hitting a double. Come on. Pull in.
Didn't screw up.
It's okay, I didn't get the RBI, but I got the double. What's up next on the list? What do we want to talk about here?
The Switch.
Want to talk about the Switch?
Sure. I guess.
Alright, the Switch.
Love that Will Smith song.
I was never able to actually look at that like in depth. Look at that video that Frosty posted about it, but I don't know.
I just want to say Major Lag pulled out one hell of a throwback to that Will Smith. No, but the Switch is
Come on,
due
Chad.
out in what, 2 years? I mean the 2 weeks, not 2 years. Jeez.
Be out there. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly 2 weeks in the dot. 14 days.
Yeah, and looks like it's gonna have a lot of playability. It's already sold out everywhere, probably just because people are hyped about it or they're reselling it on eBay. But from what I've seen, it looks pretty cool if
I
you're a
kept
Nintendo
making
fan.
fun of it. Like I wanted to hate it so bad, and then the more I look at it, I realize this thing's really practical. Pretty cool.
So yeah, like console quality actually on the go, supported by the creators of the console.
I like the Joy-Cons too. Put the little screen like on your lap if you're lying down. Just have your arms
Yeah.
like opened up.
Yeah,
Right?
that's basically what I mean. Like people have modded 360s and stuff to make it like a laptop almost, but now they're actually making that like you don't have to mod it. It's just how it is. Although I don't think it's supposed to have that much battery on its own. What is it like, 3-4 hours or something?
Yeah, something like that. It's like 3 to 6, and apparently Zelda, you get, what is it, 4 hours out of it? Something like that. It's not bad.
It'll
I
be
mean,
3 to
like,
4
Yeah.
hours when you first get it, but just like a PlayStation controller, in
It'll
about a
degrade.
month, it'll be a day, like a minute. You'll charge it all night for 8 hours, and then it'll die as soon as you take it off the charger.
I mean,
That's
I
why they
would.
should have had a external, like a removable battery or whatever. But
Yeah.
the
Cat,
thing
you
is,
can't be
battery
here.
packs do work on it, which is cool.
Yeah, like honestly,
then that's
I
good.
would probably
Yeah.
just like have it in the same room, just have it unplugged or something. Like I would not actually take it out very often. And what was that?
Well, in terms
So-
of the battery pack, hold on. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know much about like past Nintendos, like in their third-party like hardware sales, or if they even
was,
have any. But I'm sure somebody could develop like something like that for the Switch, like Mad Catz or some other company.
Oh yeah, like a battery pack case thing
Yeah.
somehow. Yeah. That'd be cool.
I
Yeah, 'cause right
mean,
now what I meant
I
was just
mean,
like the
yeah.
handheld ones.
I don't know why they wouldn't be able to. I remember having like a third-party speaker system thing for my SP, so it didn't work all that great. But also, when was SP released? Like 2001?
2002 or 3, I want to say.
I don't know. A long time ago. So, I mean, of course, at the time, I'm like, this is awesome. Nowadays, I'd be like, what is this crap? If it
Yeah.
still works.
My concern for the Switch right now is still lies in not with Nintendo, but third parties. Like, are they going to court any meaningful third party games to the system? Because as much as, Nintendo's awesome for those people who love Nintendo games, like, they got to do more than that at this point.
See, my reasoning with the third-party support was that almost everyone who would have a console already probably owns like a PS4 or whatever. So I feel like the people that are getting Switches are most likely getting them for exclusives. So my worry is more so on, are they gonna have enough exclusives to justify it? Because right now it's kind of like, we got like 4 games coming out this year that are actually good.
Yeah, but the Wii U had a ton of exclusives, but
And how
the
about
thing
that
didn't hold
error
people's
from
attention.
2?
But I feel like that's because the time period the Wii came out, like it was right around when the PS4 was still like $700 back in 2012.
Or no, I'm talking about the Wii U. Like it had tons of exclusives, but the third-party support wasn't there, and that's kind of what led to its demise, right?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, their first-party games are always like really well done, but their third-party support from like EA and Activision and Ubisoft, there's nothing there. So
Yeah, I mean, look, all I want is like, I would probably get a Switch if they added VR support with Metroid games and the Virtual Console or something. I'll probably get it just for that.
That's actually
So-
something really interesting. They still have not talked about Virtual Console at all yet.
Yeah, I mean, they'd be stupid not to put it in there,
I
because
agree.
and also adding VR support with that, because like seriously, I know for a fact I'm not the only one who would play Metroid so fast if they release VR versions of it.
I mean, they already have good controllers for it. It wouldn't be hard
Yeah.
to make something generic for it, like a small headset. They're probably waiting for the wireless technology to come through, so then you can have like the Switch, like in your backpack even, and just grab a headset that's connected to it somehow wirelessly and put that on.
That would be
on
cool.
to go.
That would still although personally I would want to wait for like battery packs with that, because that would probably just kill battery even more.
I think it's also, in my opinion, it's pretty clear. I think that this console is not. I don't think it's ready to go. I don't think that they wanted to release this thing when they are. I think that their hand was kind of forced, specifically by Zelda in large part. But because I agree with you, I don't know that they're fully ready to go. I think they wanted to launch this thing alongside some type of VR solution.
it seems kind of rushed. Like they don't have a lot of launch titles, and I don't know what their support looks like for afterwards. It's not a whole
Yeah,
lot.
The good thing, at least with that, the good thing I can see out of them releasing it, like with the timing they have, they actually have like big name launch titles, and unlike with the Wii and the Wii U.
Is
I mean,
Splatoon
to
2
be
even a
fair,
launch title?
If you look at the PlayStation and you compare the launch titles that were announced, like not the titles that were announced within the first year of launch, and compared to the Switch does have the PlayStation beat. PlayStation had, like, if you go back, I think they had like 4 good
Yeah.
titles, and Infamous only came out like 5-6 months after.
The Switch
meanwhile-
also repurposing several titles from the Wii U though for their launch lineup.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm
As
talking
they
about, like,
should.
new launches. Like, if you look at like Xenoblade 2, Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, they got a lot of actual new games and IPs that are coming out close by. Like, if you look at the roadmap, obviously they have things like I Am Setsuna, which is like a a port, and you got One to Twitch, which is just a glorified tech demo. But
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like so many of them are already out. Like Mario Kart 8 is a Wii U game. Zelda is a Wii U game.
Super Smash?
Smash is a Wii U game. I Am Setsuna is already
Smash
out.
going to the Switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only game
That's
that I
not
would
really
literally buy a Switch for right now, just because I liked the 64 version so much, is the Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey. That game does look really cool, like visiting real life locations, but I don't see a whole lot to justify dropping money on this console, even though it's not that expensive for a new console, technically.
No, that's one thing Nintendo's always been better at, I guess. I mean, you're paying less, but also in the past, they're historically known for giving you less as well, I feel like. So, like the Wii, from what I remember, the Wii, like launch titles, Wii Sports, maybe 1 or 2 other games that were actually worth
What's wrong with
getting.
Wii Sports, man?
And that was a
Nothing.
pack-in.
Nothing,
Remember,
but like,
what was the PlayStation version?
I would hardly call that a true like launch title. I mean, it was great for showing off the Wii, but it kind of lost its novelty or whatever.
Seems like Nintendo's always trying to set a tone for like the gaming industry.
Yeah.
Sometimes it catches on. Like the Wii kind of sparked the whole like Microsoft Connect and the PlayStation Move, and I think
then-
that kind of helped them eventually like move into the virtual reality for
Because
consoles.
theirs actually works. The rest of
Yeah.
them didn't at all.
But
I mean, the Kinect eventually, like,
Took them forever
was
to figure it out, though.
it did eventually outdo the Wii in terms of quality.
It outdid it in sales because they sold it with the console. Like, you didn't have a choice at a point.
Yeah.
You had to get it, which is... I think they did that for PlayStation for a while, too, with the Move controllers. They were like, you have to get a Move controller with it. It's in the box or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. I'm super interested, especially being the dude here who plays Vita, right? Like, I like mobile gaming. I enjoy it. I don't like mobile gaming in the sense of playing on my phone, but I like a dedicated handheld. But yeah, if they can't, get a bunch of the third parties on board, that's where it's always going to end for me. Because as much as I like Nintendo's games, that's not enough to sustain me for 4 to 5 years. It's just not going to work.
Yo, to turn up that
I'd say-
difficulty, yo.
I'd say to wait and see how it does in the first year. Because I'm looking at PS4's first year, and you have the only games that were actually exclusive was Killzone Shadowfall, Knack. One second, I'm scrolling here.
yeah, PlayStation
know.
4's
Drive Club
like,
and Infamous. That's
launch
all it had.
titles
in the
were
fir-
really bad.
I know.
And Infamous
Knack
wasn't even a
is-
launch title for the PlayStation 4. It was
It had
it came
games
out
like
a few months
Yeah.
later.
yeah, that's what I mean. I'm talking about like in the first year of release. It's the
Yeah.
entire first year. You had FIFA and like sport games and Battlefield 4. I'm pretty sure Battlefield 4 is what held that thing down. But and Warframe, like good free to play.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you have Destiny and stuff too.
That wasn't launched, though.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
wasn't at all.
Yeah.
it was, I mean,
Came
they
after.
made a new edition for it. In fact, that's what my PS4 is the, like,
They always do
OG
that.
white Destiny
But
edition. But
Yeah, Destiny
Yeah.
came out an entire year after.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I hate Xbox, but that Gears of War Xbox exclusive one looks sick. It looks so cool. It's like red and black. It looks really cool.
Well, isn't the Switch set up for that too? Like it has like removable panels on it already.
Yeah, and it has like different colors, which is always nice to have, like the blue and orange or whatever.
yeah.
Only the controllers, though. Like the whole console isn't colored. Which
What even do they have for the, like, console color?
just
White.
the red and the blue
Okay.
and the gray right now.
Because I know eventually they'll widen that. I don't know how long it'll be, but, like, I know,
They'll
like,
do special
with
editions for sure. No,
with my the Wii that I have, it's just the OG white. With my SP, I think when I got it, it was just silver or blue. I have the metallic blue.
Where's that Taco Bell
sort of
Gold
stuff.
PlayStation at? Yeah, I want that.
Go to Las Vegas, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
You,
I personally feel like I'm the skeptic here.
did you just
but-
cut out, or did you just stop talking there?
No, my mic just cut out.
Yeah, you just got hit by the Coda effect.
But anyways, I really don't believe in the Switch right now at all.
Yeah, it's hard.
I have no
Like,
confidence in it.
I'm interested in the games, just not really in the console itself. That's the best way for me to put it.
the next big thing coming out after that would be the Spectre or whatever that nonsense is going to be for Microsoft.
Scorpio.
Oh, the Scorpio thing?
Yeah, or whatever they
Scorpio.
renamed it to, the Scorpio. Yeah.
I haven't even heard much about that though.
Thunder Wraps. Yeah.
I'm only.
It would not surprise me to hear
Sorry, go.
at least a bit more about Microsoft's thing at E3 this year, or like one of the big conferences, especially with Nintendo releasing the Switch, because people will be wondering what Sony and what Microsoft have planned. Like, they'll at least want some word beyond, like, this is the, like, name we have for it right now, but we can't show you anything of it. Like, I think with the Switch being released, people will start wanting to know about competitors.
I have a feeling there's just not that much to say about Scorpio. I mean, it's just I don't think it's going to be this drastic, huge, game-changing console, right? I mean, the way they're talking about it is
Still
just an
think-
incremental upgrade to what it is.
I still think Scorpio's gonna flop because Microsoft's whole new thing is, hey, you can buy a game on PC or on Xbox, one or the other, and we can play between both of them on the same account. You get
Yeah, it's
ownership.
that
And it's like-
Windows connectivity thing.
Yeah, and it's like if it's cross-platform or whatever, I'm just gonna get a PC.
Dude,
Why would I buy a
Windows
dedicated
8
console?
even, like, I don't know about 10. I made sure not to do this with 10, but Windows 8, like, I had a completely different Microsoft on account and gamertag or whatever on that PC because of how integrated it was, and I hated it. Like, there were a few, I did not use it much, but the Games for Windows stuff, it was like, I wanted to use the same gamer tag that I have on the 360, but I couldn't because it would not let me switch.
Yeah, no, that's changing now, but I still don't like Windows in general and how it's gone.
What's your favorite flavor of donut?
Speaking of donuts,
Donuts?
nobody got that. Well,
I got you. Let's move.
everybody, yeah. So the Switch looks cool, but really comes down to if you're a Nintendo fan or not. If you're really
From
gonna
the
buy it.
Switch
And
to
then
the Twitch.
yes, from
Switch.
the Switch to the Twitch. Well, that was pretty good. You did the snap thing from the
Thank you.
presentation. There you go. Nice. Alright, so I don't really know much about this article except I read a little bit of it. I didn't really read the whole way through. Just because, I mean, I know I stream on Twitch, but it doesn't really affect me because I have no dream of making it big on Twitch. So I don't know if you guys want to take this away. It's not really my topic per se.
Oh, I know for me, since I'm the one who like saw it originally, or at least the one who shared it in the Discord, like I would not say no. Like if a big opportunity ever actually presented itself to go big, I would gladly take it. But with that attitude, I know I'm probably never going to actually make it big. And I mean, hey, whatever. Like I do it because I like doing it. Of course, having viewers is something I like. But just the way I play and the fact that, especially lately, whenever I play video games, I actually prefer just solo, chill stuff. That's not going to get many people. So, it is what it is. I'll let Lag and Underdog, I guess, go into the deeper parts
Get
of
him,
the article.
Underdog. Tell him what you mean, bruh.
One of the major issues is saturation and the amount of content on things like Twitch and YouTube. And when they say things, or Bacon and other streamers will say, it's you, it's not the service, it's the fault of the streamer. Not really. If you go along the lines of being, I want to play this popular game, this new game that came out. Let's take For Honor, for example, right? Because For Honor just dropped. So everybody and their mom is streaming For Honor. And if you're a streamer and you think that a popular game is going to bring up your popularity, that's not really true unless you're one of the lucky few that got it early or are the first people streaming it. You're really not going to gain a lot of views just for playing that. Because the same thing happened to me with Overwatch, is when I was lucky enough to have Overwatch like on the dot of midnight, and I was one of the first people streaming Overwatch. I did get an increase in views, but it wasn't a crazy amount, and it wasn't a bad stream. It wasn't a phenomenal stream. It was just another stream, and it wasn't like I was doing it for views. I was doing it because I wanted to play the game. And I feel like For Honor's an example where, are people playing the next big game just to get views? Because it kind of feels like that at sometimes, where they don't know anything about the game. They'll just be like, oh, this looked cool, this is popular right now, this is trending, I want the views. So I don't know, it is a fault of Twitch being like, there's so many streamers, how do I stand out? Well, you can do things to make yourself stand out, but the algorithm, there is an algorithm for Twitch, there is an algorithm for YouTube, and that does come into play, and you need a certain set of things, and if you don't have those certain things, you won't succeed. or maybe you will if you're lucky. I think luck is a big deal, and it is real, and it comes into play with streaming.
All right, who wants to jump on that?
I mean, I'll say from my perspective. Well, let me first say it's kind of weird to comment on this just because none of us have, none of us are huge Twitch streamers, right? Like this article, it's called "The Problem Might Be You." It's Bacon Donut's article, and he just kind of lists all these reasons why he basically he's looking at the community, seeing them complaining that they're not getting the success that they think they deserve. And I think that that's like a very specific group of people that I don't think any of us necessarily are here. Maybe I'm speaking for everyone when I shouldn't be, but I don't think any of us are streaming 40 hours a week and not seeing returns on that kind of thing. So it's a little hard to comment on in that sense of it. But he goes on to talk a lot about, be consistent, and not just in like how much time you stream, but like your attitude. And he's preaching a lot of like self-reflection and personal accountability, which I think he is completely right on that, for that section of people that are putting in that 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week streaming or whatever. But to Underdog, to your point, I do agree with you. The deck is totally stacked against you if you can't put in that kind of time and if you can't get access to those kinds of games. So,
Even if you
it's
can't,
interesting.
You're competing with top streamers, and it's kind of unfair to people of our size or similar sizes, where it's like you can build a community, but you can only do so much. You can only get to a certain point, and without some sort of boost from either a large streamer or like a raid or something like that being given to you, it's really hard to make the jump from to where someone like us is to someone like a Bacon Donut or Dan's Gaming or something like that, where they're guaranteed to get thousands of viewers when they start streaming. It doesn't matter the game; they're already at the success level where they get that amount of views. It doesn't matter what they're playing; the people go there for them, and it's kind of like they're also given things by Twitch, where Twitch will promote their streams on Twitter or right on the front page, and it's kind of like they already have that, and it should be. That kind of exposure should be given to smaller streamers so that they can grow, because I think if everyone grows, the website grows as well. And that's a big issue with YouTube. I think it's the same type of thing where YouTube will recommend a popular video with millions of views, but how does that help everyone else?
Well, that's interesting, though, because
it'll help the small few, but not the many.
But don't you feel like potentially those people earned that exposure by putting in the time?
Some of them. I think some of them. I think some streamers that have that type of view do deserve it, and other people maybe don't, just because of certain things they do or certain things they say or their attitude or whatever. It sounds to me like Bacon he did get to where he is because of someone else. And I don't think you can disprove that when he's best friends with a top streamer that was a top streamer for years.
Isn't that unfair? Because, I mean, people are still hanging out and watching his streams, right? I mean, like, they didn't come to his stream and then leave.
Right. But they're also like, is this other person here? And then he'll be like, no. And then they'll be like, oh, well.
I'll jump on that from a marketing perspective. So, or something like the new MacBooks. Before they launch, there's all this hype, there's all this talk. People are telling you it's going to be the best product. And if enough people tell you that, and enough of reputable sources tell you that, you're going to believe that yourself, whether you may not have in the beginning, because you just get influenced by it. And after that product launched, the new MacBooks, people still said it was the best. It took weeks, maybe like 2 months or so, till finally people started going, hey, this thing has absolutely no, I/O. It's got, it's missing everything that you need in an actual pro device. And top tech people are saying it, and finally, the viewpoint shifted, the perspective on the product shifted. So I think with these streamers, even if you get help at the start, yeah, that might be unfair to some other people that are working hard. These guys get a free pass to the top, but then it's about them maintaining that audience. So his friend can only say, this guy's so cool, go watch him so many times till people finally and go, is there really point watching this guy when I can just go watch that other guy? Like, I don't think it matters how many views you have. I think whether you're small, medium, or large, it still comes down to the people watching you, and will they actually watch you consistently day to day? Like,
There's
you still have
a
to have a sense of personality.
there's an argument to that as well, where there's this thing called the God complex on YouTube, where a certain person at the top will do something terrible, and we've seen this multiple times from a recent thing as well. I don't want to drop any names, but I think we all know who she is. Will do something that's completely wrong and gets called out for it, and then that person won't lose that audience. That audience will stay there no matter what. Like, you can commit a sin publicly, and people will be like, well, it's okay because we're here for you. We like you for you. It's like, when you're at a certain level of popularity, it's really hard to drop down. It's harder to drop down than it is to get up sometimes. Like, it's
The
when you're
beauty
so
is you can
popular.
create like a cult.
Well, there's that snowball effect too. Like, once you get to a certain point in followers and viewers, some people join just to see who you are, and even if you're not good, sometimes they'll just follow you, and that's it. Like, the people at the top with all those like millions of followers and thousands of followers, they don't see that kind of return in their views. Like, they just have people follow and view just because they're big. Like, they have the big numbers. They're like, hey, I'll stop by. This guy must be good. And maybe they're not good. Maybe they are. That's a snowball effect. It's on YouTube. It's on Twitch. Like, the only kind of success
everywhere.
I ever got, the most
And
success I ever had in like any kind of streaming was on YouTube. Underdog remembers like the GTA 5 adventure streams.
Yeah.
That happened like a year and a half ago. I saw a good return on that. Like, every single week I did it at the same time, same game, same people usually joined, and I had like consistently like good figures of views. But eventually it just kind of dropped off, and like, I'm not trying to get big on Twitch, so
I think an important thing to remember is that this isn't just a Twitch and YouTube thing. I mean, that saying, the rich get richer, exists for a reason, right? Like,
yeah.
once you have the advantages and you're on top, it's easier to continue to leverage those advantages than it is when you're on the bottom. You know what I mean? It's hard to claw your way out from underneath.
And the way I see it is, as someone like Bacon Donut being in the rich group, as you call it, he can be like, well, if you're not popular, that's your fault. No, it's not. You can't blame a streamer for their own popularity. Like, some people are popular because they earned it. Some people are unpopular because they never got noticed, or they didn't have the opportunity, or maybe he's right where they didn't stream enough and they're not consistent. But
I feel
there
like
has to be
actually
quality
are
with
at least
consistency.
some cases where you can say, like, yeah, you did this to yourself. Like, you can just look up Twitch fails on YouTube and find plenty of examples of that. I forget his name, but the one I'm thinking of is like the guy who like faked a disability to get donations and everything, and then all of a sudden, like, here he is on stream getting up out of his wheelchair like nothing happened. Like, that will kill your viewership so fast.
Yeah, I just think that in my perspective, I think the person that Bacon Donut's writing to in that letter isn't us down here at the bottom. I think he's talking to those people who are in that mid to upper tier who can't quite gather that partnership, you know what I mean, that are still putting in the time, and they're just salty and bitter. And I get it. Like, that's the thing that I don't agree with the article, is I think he's trying to use all this reason and very rational explanations to people who they're putting themselves out there, they're not getting back what they expected, and they're going to react emotionally to that. And that's what I think he's writing to, is like, stop. Because yes, you're doing all the things mathematically correct to hit the algorithm, but maybe you need to look inward, you know.
And also, if you're doing it for that reason, are you really doing it for the right reasons? Like, Twitch is built around playing video games and having fun with them and having fun with your friends. These people are just on here just to make money and get to that point where they can just kind of sustain
and it's
their
very
life.
evident.
Is that fair? Is that right? That's not.
And I've also seen, like, and this is, I don't know how true this is or if it's even true at all or whatever, but I've heard stuff, and I'm not going to name any names. I know multiple people, a couple within our community, and a couple with not within our community, where like you set up a Patreon account or something like that. Okay, that's great, but Twitch will be like, okay, why should we give you your partnership? Like when you get to that point, like supposedly they're much less likely to give you anything if you have something like that set up, because you already have a way for people to quote unquote sub to your stream.
Well, I guess
Like
yeah, because the whole point of partnership is to work your way up and eventually gain that kind of right to get paid for what you're doing. But people are kind of
I mean,
going around it and being like, well,
Yeah, like
I'm as
Game was
good as those top streamers too.
They're all cheating at.
Like,
Yeah.
And there's another issue with that where people should be paid for what they're doing too. It's
Totally.
like if there's a small streamer or a middle-sized streamer that has a donation button and that's how they're earning their money, then that's fair. Like they should. They have absolutely every right to do so. And for Twitch to be like, well, I mean, you're not partnered, so does it matter? Like, you're not in the elite.
yeah.
You're not the Illuminati.
And also I've heard stuff like stuff about like what Twitch does, not necessarily, and I'm not gonna blame this on Twitch or a single person, but the streamer I'm sub to, and right now it's through the Twitch Prime sub, but they were for months like everyone's like, hey, sub button yet, sub button yet, sub button yet, and then they finally got it after like multiple attempts at getting it. So there's that to consider too, I think. Like, yeah, maybe they like do deserve it, but
it's not the
for...
fault of Twitch. It's the fault
Yeah.
of every single user on Twitch. It's the amount of users. Because when you have 1 million people doing the same thing, there's always going to be a few at the top. That's just how it's always going to be. It doesn't matter the algorithm or what. There's always going to be somebody that's better. There's always going to be somebody that's more popular, funnier, has better quality. It's just bound to happen that way, and it's unfortunate that certain people will never have that chance. I guess it sucks for them. I guess.
It's all about networking though and such too, and what games you play. Like I remember, like I'll use myself as an example. The first week I was playing, I got like no attention, 0 attention, and then the second week, well actually I'll go even further back with the very first stream on Squeaky. We have no followers. We have like no one around who even knows we're gonna stream. And I get Robinson, and who's like, "That's a new game. You should stream it." We stream Robinson. We have we peaked at 48 viewers. We averaged like 30. We had the Crytek developers come in. Like, you just get lucky sometimes. That's what happens. And then so then when I did my own channel, I found the best games on Twitch are ones that people can get involved in, like Jackbox and things. So I did Mario Kart. And
my Quiplash streams always did really, really well.
Yeah. You just need to pick a game and like be consistent with it. I would do Mario Kart like once every Thursday, and then I started averaging like 10 to 20 people watching, and it's networking too. When I first did them, I got nothing, and then I started using hashtags, and I got these girls that are kind of big on YouTube to send people my way too. So I feel like at the bottom, you need someone to give you a ladder.
You played with girls?
That's
What?
That's cheating.
Sorry.
Girls always have the advantage.
That a lot of people who are stuck at the bottom and want to grow, like are actively trying to grow and go full time. Like to say I can't grow on my own, it's probably because you're not networking. Like I know people have pride and they don't want to ask for help or they don't want to network and do like I'll host you, you can host me, I'll do joint raids. But the way Twitch is and how saturated it is, it's like a giant ocean, and you're a single raindrop. That tiny little ripple, it's not gonna reach anyone. You gotta ask for help.
Gotta make a splash.
That's the point I'm at. Like that's why I'm considering
Totally.
like if you're a new streamer now, to maybe check out Beam, because Twitch, you're not gonna make an impact unless you know people or you're willing to go and root yourself.
Everyone just moved to Dailymotion.
Let's go to Beam.
And I mentioned that it's the best time to get into Beam now. And the second I said that yesterday, they had an exclusive Halo Wars 2 stream there, and they got the most views they've gotten on Beam since its existence. They had 520 concurrent viewers.
That's cool.
So it's starting.
Yeah.
And I think Twitch needs ways to give new people ladders without, like, maybe I'm brand new to Twitch. I have no friends. I don't know how the hell to network. I'm just a kid who wants to grow. They need to have like some kind of way to sort. Like, I don't know, maybe like Beam's feature, Rising Stars. Like, if you're brand new and you got like 1 or 2 people that clicked on your stream, there should be ways to see that.
Sure. Yeah, those are good ideas. I guess my last point I would make on the article is that I think I would encourage anyone who does stream to read it though, and to think about the things that he's saying in there, whether or not you think it does completely apply to you. It's a healthy exercise to kind of think about your stream and just the way he's talking about it. So I would still tell people should definitely go check it out.
Speaking of that too, think you can put the link to that in the show notes or something on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always ways. Like, at the end of the day, no one's perfect. I don't care how successful you are or how successful you think you are. Like, I can sit here and be like, I have the best stream. You know, sure, I can use better graphics, but no one's coming to me because they rather go to someone popular. Well, I mean, there's always something you can improve, whether it's your mic or your webcam or your production quality or your graphics or the game you're playing.
And I want to touch on that too, Frost, too, because Twitch is how old is Twitch now? Like 3, 4, 5 years, something like that.
It's a long time.
When it first came out, it was what, an offspring of Justin TV, and it was like this really kind of like rough around the edges type thing. Like, there was really no quality standards back then. If you had like
June 2011.
Wow,
yeah,
so it's been like
I remember,
6 years.
I remember watching Lyric, like old school Twitch. Like, I think he would peak around 4,000 to 5,000 viewers, which is still a ton, but compared to what he has now, it's like nothing almost. But I would watch him play original DayZ, and of course, there was no such thing as the sub button. Like, I remember him actually responding to my messages in the chat. So
like back then, like webcams weren't a standard. You didn't have all these graphics flying around the screen like follow alerts and shit. And that has become like a high standard now. Like, if you don't have those, it's pretty much it's over for you. Like, you
I hate to
that
say it,
equipment.
but like, if you're starting now, your personality alone can't carry you anymore. You really like. You have to be like hardcore, beautiful, polished, like better than the top guys, even just for someone to respect your channel.
If you don't have big fake,
like some of the guys we have like around us are really good. Like, they have, like I mean, I'm sure they won't mind if I name drop them. Like John GTV, if any of you guys have ever watched him, his delivery and like his branding and stuff, like in his stream, the way he talks, it's like picture perfect every single time. And then you have Vulcan, who's like the best full-time streamer that we have, like within the community, every single day, like 8 hours at least.
If you go to his stream and he's
like
cover
the
up
best.
The numbers, you'd think he's a top streamer on
He's the best.
Twitch.
Like, if you his personality is great. He genuinely likes everybody that comes into the chat. He appreciates them.
The clean,
like,
polished stream.
He's just really good.
Yeah, I honestly have not seen John G's stream all that much, but
it's too late
Vulcan I watch a lot.
Yeah, John G's really late, but he's got a really good stream. Everything's really polished. He's got really good graphics.
He's got the cool graphics for Rocket League. I saw that.
We talking about Vulcan up in here?
We was talking about John G a little bit too.
He's a hot man.
What?
The hair.
What a sexy boy.
Vulcan #1 sexy.
He also lives like what?
Some of us are ugly assholes. God damn it.
Black.
Yeah, we do somehow live near each other. That was really random when we found that out one day on stream. Me and Bulk live like 15 minutes from each other.
Dual stream inside of each other's house.
Right?
I told him yesterday.
I'm at your house. I'm at your house. What?
I told him yesterday,
Supposed
like,
to be in the same house, not each other's.
before Squeaky Streamer House, based off of the two of you.
I don't know if you can have that many attractive men in one place.
Attractively bearded men All in one.
Just-
Like, dude, all
just-
the beards and the hair.
The beards.
As long as it doesn't include you, Underdog.
I,
But
I have a nice beard. Hey, I have the best beard in the clan.
I mean, I do too. I just don't use the beard all
my
that
beard
much.
is the
I think my hair might be almost longer than Underdog's at this point.
My hair is disgusting.
Mine looks nice and fancy.
Like,
Slick
I
it back.
accidentally lit it on fire by combing it.
Well,
I look like
Greasing
I'm a
it.
part of the Irish mafia.
He looks like Ronald McDonald gone wrong.
Alright.
McDonald's went out of business or some shit.
Hit a home run. Oh, I'm just doing training anyway. But yeah, Twitch.
next
Fun
thing.
to
What
do.
was, what was the
Tough
next
to
thing?
get big on.
Don't
Mhm.
And also, if you're a streamer on our size, or if you're a small streamer, don't worry about it so much.
Stop by our community.
If it doesn't work
Yeah.
for you,
Just
If you
a
wanna-
shameless plug.
if you want to
If you're
keep
not-
doing it, keep doing it, but don't obsess over it. Don't force it.
Don't
to be
do what
your
I did.
thing.
It's about having fun. Like, that's the only reason. Like, that article is cool and all if you're trying to get big. It's not for me. Like, I've been streaming for a very long time, and my peak hit years ago, and I accept that. I don't
We
care
know.
anymore. I'm just having fun.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you're
I-
not having fun, just stop doing it.
I
There's so
never-
many people that are they're like soliciting people for money and doing every gimmick in the book. It's like, man, if you're not having fun,
What's the
Yeah,
point?
I know.
it,
Like,
you know, it turns it's a job at that point. Cool, you're getting paid, but you get paid more money,
Yeah.
more consistently with benefits and stuff at a real job.
You're
yeah.
making
Oh.
you're making something like video gaming into your job. Just think about it.
It's like,
I mean,
don't-
hell, that would
don't
be cool.
ruin
That's a
it.
dream, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not much of a reality for a lot. Like,
Yeah.
this could all end tomorrow if the
people.
internet gets shut down or something. Like,
Exactly, it's not. You still
Like
need
the
Twitch,
YouTube
yeah.
crash,
not a
like
long-term
that
plan.
stuff can
And in terms of my
literally
peak,
tomorrow
like-
it could be gone and you wouldn't know.
Just in terms of my peak, I never even had a real Twitch peak, and that's partially due to my lack of decent hardware. Like, my streams have always had something wrong with them.
I know kids
But,
that stream off of
like-
a laptop. I'm like, what are you doing?
Hey,
Like,
I streamed off a
like-
laptop.
I know. What are
YouTube,
you doing, man?
Like,
What
some
the
of my
hell?
old school Planet Side 2 videos have like 100, 200, 300 views, and that's the highest I've gotten before. So
Time to tie my shoes.
Like, you don't need like incredible hardware. I mean, you just have to have
No.
hardware.
You really
and how
don't,
to maximize
especially
it,
now with the new
No, you
Quick
need the
Sync.
best.
As
yeah,
Netbook can
see, that's one
stream.
thing I've never been good at either. Plus, back when I streamed Planet Side 2, optimization was just not a thing in that game.
Like,
So
like Lag has one of the most professional looking streams.
Like,
He's going through the
I-
PlayStation, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
this shit's
yeah.
awesome.
You gotta
I
know
do,
what
yeah. I
you're
just stream
doing.
straight from the PlayStation. All I have is a really cheap, like $40 USB mic, and then the PlayStation camera. That's
So
all I
his
stream.
streams are
Meanwhile,
awesome.
look at all the shit I have. Lags is still better quality.
It was better than mine. I have
Yeah.
like from 2 years ago, like a
No, yeah.
$1,000 computer.
But-
like,
the annoying stuff to me with that, like, yeah, I can run the game just fine, but start streaming it and the
Yeah,
stream
no.
looks horrible, even though while streaming the game runs just fine for me. Like, I would look at the video later, and like, there's
Artifacts,
massive like frame
artifacts.
skips and all of
Yeah.
that stuff. I'm just like, okay, okay, because like that point in the video, like in game, there was no lag or anything. It's just running perfectly fine.
no lag. Where'd he
But-
go?
What's up?
Here, I'm gonna get you some interesting Twitch stats here that we can really spice up our discussion really briefly.
1, 2,
So
buckle my
you want to
shoe.
know how many channels are live right now?
How many?
It's actually not as
million.
many as you think. It's no, it's not as many as you think, but there's still a lot. This is what 450 on a Friday.
Yep.
There's 32,000 channels live right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're one out of that 32,000. Why am I gonna watch you? You're like a freaking star in space. How many people are watching Twitch right now? 1,075,000.
If you do the
A million.
numbers on that and divide it up evenly, how many people could be
Yeah, I'm gonna
watching
check
each
that.
right now?
If people were watching, could you imagine? This stream has the max viewership. Find someone else to watch.
Well, it's really funny. You know, you can go into any.
Dude, that would be
creator.
interesting.
That would be a good feature.
Imagine that.
That's
Imagine
330
What would happen?
people.
I wonder
per
what would
stream.
happen.
See, 333 people. That's
That's
right
that's
below the
pretty
minimums that you
good.
need for like partnership to have concurrent.
The problem
like,
is you got like
coverage.
one guy. It's probably taking up all.
So
of
it's
them.
still not enough. Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
I
America.
mean,
Still
it
not enough.
depends.
It's America, dude.
I
It gets even
guess,
better.
like,
There's
You can work full
1,000
time and still not afford a house. Well,
There's
I'd be-
1,400 games.
I want to know how many of those 32,000 streams are partnered streams.
I want to know
That's
how
what I'd be
many of them
interested
are
in.
Yeah,
hot
I don't know. Check
girls.
that much. Here, look at all the followers gained in the last hour alone. 21 million
And also,
new
are they
follows.
single?
Where are mine? I want a piece of those. Come on.
Where the follows at?
The
Where the
lowest
girls
point
at?
of new follows
I mean,
were at
follow.
8 a.m.
Sure.
And in that hour, there was only, or not in that hour,
What if
there was
you
a brief
followed by
moment
Fallout Boy?
where there was almost no followers done on Twitch. The
Damn.
most followers today was at 1 p.m. I guess lunchtime. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Revlo bot is rigged.
It is.
I think it might be.
crazy.
If Frost hacked it or something. I don't know.
And the lowest amount of channels is at 5 a.m. Wow, no surprise. And the viewership was still pretty damn high at 5. How is there 434,000 viewers?
What
It
are
may
people
be-
doing at 5
It may
a.m.
be a
when they're
world
watching
because
Twitch?
it's still a worldwide website. You guys,
Yeah,
like it
that's
can
right.
get streamed from Europe and Asia
Yeah.
and Antarctica.
That's
like
part
the
of the
kids that are in,
problem,
like, Squid
too.
Games and
The Asians. No.
Is that what that
Well.
WWW means at the beginning?
What?
So then you have
Worldwide, whatever.
That's why people can find success at like, different times of the day. Like, you don't have to always stream.
So the
from-
secret then, if you want to grow, is to find where the percent of viewership is and look at the channel number. So out of the top channels right now, that's why RL is so popular.
You
You
can't
have
grow an position.
27,000 people. So you got 3% of the viewers watching IRL. There's only 100 channels.
Yeah.
His position, like,
Jesus.
yeah. All I'm
Yeah,
saying
that's
is that if
interesting.
anybody out there wants to start streaming, just have fun with it. Don't look at it as like a future
Pretty much.
potential career. Just have fun with it, man.
Speaking about careers, my dream career is to be a movie star.
What movie
So-
would you like to star in 2017?
Well, I think the big one for a lot of us here is Logan. I think
Hell
we
yeah.
all want to see the end of the Wolverine saga with Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart reprising the roles.
Yeah.
You got the young X-23. You got some other future mutants in there as well. I saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
I stop watching the trailers because it's going to ruin the movie.
My top movie is one that's probably on most people's list, and especially after how good it was unexpectedly years ago, which is Guardians 2. But unfortunately now it's on everybody's radar because of how good the first movie was, and I saw that movie when it first came out,
Yeah.
the first one, and it was so damn good. And now it's
Yeah,
on
it
everybody's
really
list.
was.
But it still looks good.
I guess
It still looks really
We're
good.
Yeah.
into movies now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You're living in the
Sure.
past, Frost.
I'm just waiting for my childhood to come back, also known as Power Rangers.
I am looking forward
we'll
to
go
that.
from
Yes.
there.
I am looking forward to that.
Do you guys think we're
Hoping.
gonna see a cameo from Tommy?
Maybe.
Anything's possible.
They haven't
I
talked
think.
about the White Ranger yet, and he
I can
could,
see it,
he
man.
could appear.
He'll be like
I-
his dad.
I
the
don't,
white and
I
the
don't
Green
know if they're
Ranger.
doing. I don't know if
I
they're
do-
doing white, but I could see green happening.
White and green
Yeah,
have to happen. Like, I mean, they could set it
I
up
don't-
to do a sequel, but
Have to. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see a sequel happening more likely with a white being brought in.
I don't remember Black Ranger being original, but I mean they're
No,
doing
yes,
that.
he is.
he
Oh,
was,
yeah.
yeah.
Zach.
The 5 that are in the movie
Yeah.
are the original 5 colors, though.
Yeah, that's the original
Okay,
5.
yeah.
And then green comes out.
Except they're kind of swapped around with the people that play them, but we're not going to get into
Yeah,
that
that's
because
Yeah.
it's a new take
Hollywood
on the
being
Power
Hollywood. Hollywood
Um,
being Hollywood. That's it.
I don't. I know Major might be a little bit of a classic fan. Kong Skull Island is coming out, and
Oh, yeah.
if you're a fan of King Kong, then it looks sick. It looks really big blockbuster action film. So,
Plus the real big guy in there, John
Right.
Goodman.
yeah,
Of course, that's
right.
what I care
he's,
about.
He's the real Beauty and the Beast right there.
That's real Kong.
Well, yeah. Well, speaking of classics too, that other I mean, there hasn't actually been a whole lot of coverage on it from what I've seen, but I think it's supposed to be due out this year, which is War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the last one was actually pretty not bad, and the first one was really good too. I liked them both.
I enjoyed them.
Dawn and Rise, I liked them both.
There's this movie coming out April 28th called The Circle. It's kind of about like the NSA and spying on people within a company, and it's all about how like there's cameras everywhere, and so that looks kind of interesting. But it's in like a Google type company where it's like, yeah, we're in charge now. It's kind of an interesting perspective on voyeurism and stuff like that. So
That's cool.
that should be good. We're getting a new Pirates.
Ugh.
See, this
Why?
topic is weird for me.
Just
'cause, like,
why?
you have Underdog, whose movie palette is kind of more out there
Refined.
and refined, and I'm like the little kid that's like, the new superhero movies are coming out, man. Guardians 2 and fuck,
Hell yeah.
and
You
Thor
wanna talk about
Ragnarok.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is my number one anticipated movie.
There you go.
Like,
Really?
legit, yes, legit. Wonder Woman's gonna be sick. If it's like the trailer, if it's the same tone where she's a badass, like, kicking butt, then I'm down, dude. I want to see that so bad.
Oof.
She's hot.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Wonder Woman is bae, dude.
If I'll throw out here's a movie I'll throw out a concern for. So over the last weekend, I went to Lego Batman, and they played a trailer
Oh boy.
for Beauty and the Beast, okay, which is a musical. And in this trailer, they played zero singing, and I have concerns that movie's gonna suck.
Well, it's a musical.
So,
You don't want
there
to
you go.
spoil all the music before the movie.
There. Okay, so just looking at Google, there's supposed to be another Justice League, another Spider-Man, another
I
Thor.
thought Justice League was slated for 2018.
It
Or is
says movies Justice League 2017. Spider-Man: Homecoming in
I'd rather them just
July.
not release Justice League ever. Like they don't.
Thor:
Yeah, Justice League
Ragnarok.
Is locked to happen. It has to happen. They don't have a choice.
So what's
Another
happening with
Alien.
the Batman movie? Like, is Affleck's out, right? Like, he's not directing now.
He's still playing.
The last thing I saw that he was considering not playing too. Like, it's all getting crazy over there.
That's weird because I mean he was actually a pretty decent Batman. I only saw portions of Batman v Superman, but he wasn't bad.
Another Despicable Me, another Cars.
No, if you want to hear the worst news ever, I can drop a Gaiazo for you guys.
There's another Lego movie, Lovo
I
Ninjago.
can drop a Gaiazo in Discord for you guys if you want to see the worst movie of 2017.
But then the Spider-Man
You
movie
mean
should be good.
you mean
There
the
you go.
Emoji Movie? Yeah.
Nope. There's one worse. There you go. There's the Gaiazo
50
for
Shades
it.
Darker?
It's
Oh
in,
no! Please, why did you bring that movie up? I forgot.
Oh,
about
what?
it.
I'm sorry, man.
What?
It's locked in for December
Jumanji,
22nd.
Is it a reboot or is it just a
posted.
It's-
Oh, wait. Oh,
It's-
yeah, this.
with The Rock, of course?
I gotta tell you, like, Robin Williams is in my top 5 favorite actors
Oh,
of
yeah,
all
this
time. And,
I mean, the chick, sure, but like everyone else.
Alright, I'm gonna say it. I like The Rock a lot.
I
The
like The
Rock's
Rock,
cool.
but he's the same character in every movie.
The Rock
'cause he
has
can't-
like no, like when you think of like I guess I don't know.
Triple X.
He's not in that.
Like when you
That's
think
Vin
of
Diesel.
Leonardo
Wait,
DiCaprio
what?
or Matt
Oh,
Damon,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
think
he
of
was.
like the same movies over and
I
over
only
again.
saw
But The Rock is in everything.
he's in
Yeah.
everything.
If he's
Baywatch.
he's the Tooth Fairy.
It's Vin Diesel, isn't it?
He's been in movies
Yeah,
from the
it
Tooth
is.
Fairy to the Fast and the Furious, all the way back to Disney,
It
and like it's.
He's the same character in every movie.
He's always the
Dude.
badass.
He's
me,
Big
like, quick-
Strong Man number 2. Like, oh my
Yeah, that's
God.
true.
Then,
Yeah, I am strong. Yeah.
we're gonna think about like new Fast and Furious, new Transformers, because like I feel like
No.
those franchises should just be over.
Fast
Yeah,
and
they
Furious
should
should have
be
stopped. Like 2
I
years
think
ago.
me and Major were talking about something Coda's into as well as Dunkirk, which is Christopher
Yes.
Nolan's take on a actual real life story of.
That one sounds amazing. As long as it does not go sci-fi, like. Sounds
No, it
amazing.
won't. No, because it's
Okay.
based on history. There's no way.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd be pissed if an alien dropped down and I'd leave. I'd be like, what?
Because, like, remember, I mean, we sort of knew this going
First
into it,
Nazis,
but
now
Live,
aliens?
Die, Repeat, or whatever the actual name of the movie was,
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
it
Edge of
was,
Tomorrow.
yeah, it, like, used the same beaches as D-Day, but with the alien things. Like, what?
Yeah,
It was a good movie, but
Dunkirk is realistic. So
Yeah, it looks great.
hopefully it's on the level of Hacksaw. I really love that movie.
I
I
still
hope
have to
it's
see that,
on,
by the way, but it drops like a few weeks after Doctor Strange, so I'll pick it up.
I hope it's on the same level of phenomenal realism.
also, I hope y'all like, looking at this list, I hope y'all like, playing games.
I do.
Because
What?
there's another Saw apparently slated for release.
See, I'm just quiet 'cause I have no idea about movies.
Curveball.
Wait. I want to know. I want to actually know how.
He said
I want
playing games. I
somebody-
thought there was going to be like a Triple H movie coming out.
I want somebody to explain how. How is that franchise?
I
still
haven't.
going?
I stopped watching after like 4. That's
If the main character died in 4, how did
Spoilers.
it keep going?
There you go.
Saw Legacy.
Spoiler.
You're welcome. I just saved you.
You know what that
Watching
movie
all
is
of
going to
them.
be just from the title? It's going to be some dude who
I
found
love the first Saw. I
he
love
found
the first Saw.
Billy,
It
like
was
the
good.
mask of Billy, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm going to be Saw now." Like that's.
I think it's gonna be one of the guys from the first movie is like, this guy inspired my life. Now I'm taking his legacy.
I played a game. Now you have to too.
Exactly.
Vandervoort is supposed to be cast.
And it is called Saw Legacy. So there you go.
Yeah.
My God.
So that was terrible news. Thanks for that. T-Cat.
Continue.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks, cut.
It's like Transformers. We're still
Like
transforming.
he dropped the Jumanji, and then you dropped this damn Saw thing, and now I feel like I'm gonna take a saw to my leg.
Oh, Kino. Get us out of here.
I'm sorry.
Apparently, though, I don't know what they're supposed to be doing, but apparently Saw 3D was supposed to be final film, and then it was split into 2 parts, and then only Saw 6 was released. And it
Yeah.
was...
Yeah, Saw 6 was supposed to be in 3D as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would want to watch that in 3D. I don't get it. But...
I'm
I
just
like
glad...
watching heads
like,
explode. Well, now you can with
I-
these glasses.
I know, like, sound was, and this is just going into film stuff, sorry too, but sound was supposed to be a fad. I'm glad 3D is basically that. Like, for the most part, it's a fad. Like, I don't see 3D becoming a big part of movies anymore.
3D got really big after Avatar, and kind of stayed around. It stayed around over its welcome.
It's
And
just
I
here now.
gotta tell you,
Yeah,
I saw
that's bad.
Jurassic World in 3D, and after seeing it, I was like, damn, I wish I saw it in regular. Like,
The last.
I mean, some movies, it sounds great for.
it
Like,
need to be in 3D at
after
all.
Avatar, say Interstellar and The Martian, go ahead and give us the 3D. That sounds great.
I will say
But,
this,
like,
Underdog,
other movies, why?
because you're looking forward to watching Doctor Strange. I
Yeah.
will say this: I saw that in 3D. It's a brilliant movie to watch in 3D. Like, I'm interested to see how it'll look not in 3D when I pick up the Blu-ray, but it is.
I think certain things work in 3D, and
it's
certain things-
phenomenally a 3D movie.
That's interesting to me because I saw that movie not in 3D and this never really happens to me, but I still almost got like motion sickness in the theater from
Oh
Doctor
my
Strange.
god! Imagine it in 3D. It's good. Like, I mean, yeah, some people.
Yeah,
Like, I understand the
it
motion
depends on the
sickness.
movie too, though.
I
Like,
heard people
so-
got sick watching Avatar when that came out.
Oh
They were
man,
like, they were
Doctor
like,
Strange
shaking and shit.
has all this
Oh,
perspective
I
turning.
know, I
You know,
know.
that
And I
was
was like,
like-
how
3D
does that
movies too,
happen?
right?
Like,
Yeah.
That was
And, like-
awesome in 3D.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like I said, I think that sort of stuff, it depends on the movie and stuff. Like, for example, Star Wars, like Rogue One, I always saw that I could watch it in IMAX, and I'm like, yes, watching it in
Oh.
IMAX.
we get
Like,
we
right
get,
now.
Last
But-
Jedi as well.
Yeah, last two.
is that this year?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's slated for this year. Yeah.
December,
But
right?
it's like Christmas, probably. I
I'm
think.
sure they'll
Yeah.
announce it at the Star Wars celebration or like
Yeah.
May the 4th or something.
But it's like
The date hasn't got announced, but it's December. It's
my idea
definitely-
was like Star Wars films in the past have been known for amazing sound, so let's get IMAX for Rogue One, and the sound was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm glad I got
I've
that
never
in
seen
IMAX.
a movie in IMAX yet. That's
Oh,
really?
It's unfortunate.
awesome.
The Jurassic World I saw was 3D IMAX, so it was both. It was kind of.
I did Interstellar
too
in
much.
IMAX, and that's
Yeah.
that's my favorite IMAX.
Yeah, I
so
feel like
far.
Interstellar is another one of those movies. Like you can't just watch it in like 2D and all that stuff. Like you need to see it at like as it was meant to be with IMAX and maybe even 3D. I don't know. Like yeah, you need to see it with that sort of stuff. Like certain movies, yes, some you're just like, why is this a thing?
I've always wanted to see like a classic be brought back into IMAX, like
That'd be
something
cool.
like that'd be really really interesting to me. I think it'd have to be in color though. Like I don't know if black and white would work in IMAX.
I mean something like Yojimbo or something and
I think what your best bet is you're gonna get like a Tarantino to shoot something in
Probably.
a classic style.
That's.
I think
what
I've heard stuff about more like Tarantino
Yeah.
movies, but
like a Kill Bill in IMAX.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. I'd
Me
be
too.
down to it. I'd be like, all right, cool.
like apparently there's supposed to be, speaking of that stuff, there's supposed to be a Scarface remake for next year.
Nope.
no, stop.
Yeah, I don't
Like
disagree.
it's like they're rebooting Blade Runner. Stop.
Yeah,
You don't need to. It's a phenomenal movie. You don't need to remake every good movie. Let the good movies be themselves.
Isn't
And-
the Blade Runner though an actual sequel?
Yes. 14 years later, it's a sequel.
yeah.
It's
Well,
like, why?
We'll see.
Pretty
I'm
much.
so lost.
You don't want to know.
I completely.
Well,
zoned
we've
out.
talked about all the movies.
Yeah.
A majority of the like big ones. Yeah.
Oh.
Is there anything left on the agenda? No. I
No.
don't know.
There was some.
Dude.
There was something.
Do you know anything about the other Lego movie, Ninjago or whatever?
Nah.
No.
This is
Then-
the first Lego movie that is like based on a
Ninjago.
property that is like, like I was too old for.
I've
Really.
only seen Lego the movie, and that's where I stopped. I mean, it's a good movie, yes, but that was the last one ever.
I
You're
wanna
not
see
going
the
to go
Batman
watch
one.
the Lego Superman and then the Lego.
I'm good.
Lego
No.
Batman was fun.
No
I'll
thanks.
say it.
Unless
know,
there's
they're-
like a
no,
Lego
everything
captain to
is
make
in
it
Lego.
off.
I'm actually honestly.
Everything is going Lego. Everything you can think of is Lego. I guarantee
Dark
Lego's the
Knight.
next thing.
I'm
Oh yeah,
actually.
no, it'll happen.
Lego remakes, Lego reboots, like
It's only a matter of time, dude.
Lego
Why not?
Titanic.
If they make money,
look at movie.
if they make money, which I'm pretty sure Lego Batman made bank, it'll happen. It's only a matter of time.
Lego. Titanic.
Lego 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh yeah.
No.
I brick
Our
hard.
pieces piece together.
Yeah, and I'm probably more excited about Pitch Perfect 3 than I should be, but I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
excited for various
Yo, are they gonna-
reasons.
They gonna put out another Magic Mike or what?
No.
Whoa, no.
Another hairspray. Let's reboot Grease.
Oh, totally.
Dude, speaking of that, apparently they're doing a remake of like, I don't know, Starship Troopers.
No. What?
Hey,
All right, thanks for watching the stream, everybody.
Bye.
It's a really good cast. No.
The funny thing with that, like,
Go with it. Roll.
I don't
Credits drop after that.
I don't want them to try to make it a good movie because it's really a really bad movie, but that's what makes it so good.
So speaking about bad movies, we're also getting some bad games. Just kidding, we're getting a really good game coming up, and I'm excited to.
I mean,
Oh, you mean that movie, that game that like, whatever that only you like? What?
Right. It's called Horizon Zero Dawn, and only I like
Okay.
it. So
I thought you were talking about like another fighting.
I'm gonna be the first streamer on Twitch with that game. I'm getting really popular. He goes all the way back
yeah,
to our discussion.
Horizon Zero Dawn's gonna be huge. It's gonna be.
Yeah, that one I imagine being huge.
Well, It's
At
like
least their
basically a
release.
week away.
Yep.
Getting there.
I pre-ordered
It's coming.
already.
But I mean, basically, people have learned their lessons with some games. I don't know who even is developing Horizon Zero Dawn, but like,
Gorilla.
okay,
Those
Yeah,
Sounds
that-
I made Killzone.
okay, yeah, that should be just fun. I was about to say, just don't ever pay attention to Hello Games ever again, ever. Because remember the hype around that game, and then
Oh, yeah.
Nope. I don't remember it.
You mean most anticipated game of the year?
Nope, I don't
Yeah.
remember any of that. I don't know what you guys are even talking about. It's not in
What
my
game?
brain. Nothing.
Well,
Doesn't
what,
exist for us.
what won
Joe
this-
Danger.
Zelda
There you go.
won this year, right?
What?
It did. Yeah, Zelda did win most.
Yeah,
anticipated,
Zelda was the most anticipated for this year. So
Even though
hopefully
Speaking of
they're
new
good.
games, Mass Effect just showed their new combat system.
is Mass Effect type though? Is it?
I'm
feel
not
like Mass
really
Effect
feeling
then, yeah.
it.
I'm not a big.
I mean, it's
Mass
definitely
Effect
one
fan,
of-
so-
it's gonna be
Like
one of the
the
better
domain,
ones in the
yes,
series.
it is. Like, I'm
But-
excited for it. I'm
new
not sure what they're
gameplay
gonna
here
do,
that
but
they unveiled like 2 hours ago. It looks just like Destiny, but sci-fi. Take that how you will.
wait, what? Destiny is
What?
kind of sci-fi then. What?
Everyone got confused.
I mean, like
It's like
if
Destiny, but in space.
came together.
What?
What?
Frost has been drinking.
Oh, that's a Destiny Division.
No, Tika, it's,
There we go. It's like if Division was in space. Oh my god.
So it's like Destiny then. Just
No.
Just like it.
it's like
It's
if
like-
the Division
like
was in
the
first
Division.
person and in space, and then
it's like the
no,
Division
It's actually-
no.
in New York.
There's actually
No,
a
get away.
what? There's actually a lot of people, myself included, that like played tons of Destiny and then started playing Division. Like,
You
I
mean
don't know.
casuals?
I started
no,
playing both and I
There.
stopped playing both.
No,
mean,
yes.
just-
there's
They
actually
tried to make that an esport. That never happened.
It looks
Division was an
generic
esport
to
now.
me.
Yeah, and how'd their tournament go? Where was it?
What?
I mean, I never said
Exactly.
that. I said
Exactly.
it wouldn't go anywhere. I don't know. Division.
Division
Yes.
is not like a competitive game. It doesn't even
No.
have like
They tried to make
a
it.
mode.
Same with Destiny.
But I think
Destiny tried to go. That Crucible tried to go esports and never did.
I think if we can keep the same time, we can do a cast next week at this time. If you guys are down for that,
I'm down.
does time work for everybody again?
Yes.
Because I think we should.
For the most part, it should.
I think we
Oh, yeah.
should save discussions for Horizon for next week
Cool.
since
After
it comes
it's
out.
out.
When I'm
a few days
playing it,
after. No, it doesn't come out next week when we'd be doing this.
yeah, but I'll be playing it.
We can make bold predictions about, how long it takes for you to, get good.
Just want to
Scrub.
want to be like IG and stuff where you're in the studio playing it live.
Yeah.
Hey guys, playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
IG who?
Zone 3.
Welcome to IGN, where we get the first look of Injustice. Why?
And if you want to hear more about Injustice, go over to Underdog Streams.
I wish. I wish I had that code. I'm not gonna talk about it though.
If you want to watch Overwatch gameplay, don't come to my stream anymore. Go to Major Lag.
I had fun playing that. We had fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't own the game anymore, so
It's not my favorite game, but it's fun. It's definitely got a fun aspect to
What-
it.
whatever
if
happened to
you
Num's
don't
playing
care
it?
about the,
By the way,
whatever happened to Nums in the first place is real.
he's just busy.
He lost his shoes.
So it happens to everybody.
He lost the other one. He's
But-
gone.
oh my god, that. Hey
Everyone
guys, how do I
thinks-
buy my other shoe?
Everyone's like, I
How do
can't
I
play
buy my other
anymore
shoe? What?
because I'm living my life. Like, no, that is your life, man.
Alright.
You're
Well, I think
probably-
I'm gonna wrap it up because I gotta head out
good.
here.
It's
soon.
getting long too
Yeah,
for you
you,
too.
you
That's
have to
only-
wear.
It's like an hour, which is around the average time.
You have to double wrap it
Yeah, I gotta.
because
wrap
I
it.
have AIDS.
Well, then.
Jeez, Lou. All right, on that note.
Good.
Yeah, well,
Jeez.
hopefully- I'm sure you guys said you wanted to be back next week, so we can definitely hit it again next week. So I
Yeah,
have
and
the same
Vulcan
work
too.
schedule.
Apparently,
And
wanted to.
Vulcan said he'd be
Cue
down,
Led Zepp,
so
let's
that would be
go.
one hell of a guest. But yeah, everybody stay squeaky. Be sure to check out everybody that was in the stream. Frost, Lag, Underdog. Don't check out T-Cut because he doesn't do shit.
Whoa.
I'll be more
Yes, I
excited
do.
next week, I promise. I'll be more hyped next week.
Dangle them.
Yeah, but thanks for everybody for joining us, which I think it was just
And check
us.
out Underdog,
Dino Doodle.
because he's a dick. But
Dank Doodle. Wait,
Dank
Reap,
Doodle.
Reap Daddy
Dank
Diddler.
Doodle.
There you go.
anyway,
Yeah, there you go.
music. Go.
There's no music.
Something.
There's no
Yeah.
There's no
Imagine it.
There's no
Imagine
music.
it. Music.
Boop, 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 boop.
And on that note.